Let us remain standing as our choir gives us the national anthem. Let us take our seats after His Excellency has taken his seat. I would like to call upon our acting chaplain to come and give the opening prayer, Professor Francis Machingura.
Let us bow our heads in prayer. Eternal and ever blessed God, we offer Thee our worship and our praise. We worship Thee that Thou art the Lord and giver of life, the creator and sustainer of men. We praise Thee for that in every generation Thou hast called men and women to high and noble enterprise, and calling them, Thou hast endowed them with the grace and strength necessary for the task. Look on us, we pray Thee, who are committed here to a mighty enterprise, and grant us the assurance of the guidance of Thy Holy Spirit, giving us wisdom and courage and tenacity, that we falter not in our design. Amen.
Thank you, Professor Machingura. I would like to welcome you all to the University of Zimbabwe Specialist Medical Center commissioning, after also the University of Zimbabwe Industrial Incubation Center in Masasa, where His Excellency started. I particularly would like to welcome our guest of honor, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, and Chancellor of all state universities, Comrade Dr. Emerson Mnangagwa. Today we celebrate the fruits of His Excellency's visionary leadership. Your Excellency, you transformed our education system to the game-changing heritage-based education 5.0, an education system that is producing knowledgeable, craft-competent, and entrepreneurial graduates. Today, the continent of Africa is looking to Zimbabwe for solution in transforming education so that it can play a part in the development of their own countries. And for that, we are truly grateful, Your Excellency. Our guest of honor will be introduced at the appropriate time, but allow me at this particular time to acknowledge other guests who are here with us this morning. I want to acknowledge Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Zimbabwe and Second Secretary of ZANU-PF, General Retired Dr. CGDN Chiwenga, Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Zimbabwe and Second Secretary of ZANU-PF, Colonel Retired KCD Mohadi, the Chairman of ZANU-PF and Minister of Defense, Honorable OCZ Mchinguri Kashiri, the Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Harare Metropolitan Province, Honorable Charles Tawengwa, Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Advocate Jacob Mdenda, President of Senate, Honorable Mabroch Nomona, the Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development, Honorable Dr. Frederick Shawa, other ministers who are here present, Deputy Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development, Honorable Smelisizwe Swanda, other Deputy Ministers who are here present, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Zimbabwe, Professor Paul Mapfumo, members of the ZANU-PF Politburo and Central Committee, honorable members of the Portfolio Committee on Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development, other honorable members here present, honorable members of Senate, war veterans and restrictees, the political leadership of the province, the Chief Secretary to the President and Cabinet, Dr. M. Rushwaya, the Chairman of the Public Service Commission, Dr. Vincent Ungwe, Deputy Chief Secretaries who are here, Service Chiefs, Permanent Secretaries and other senior government officials, the Chairperson of the University of Zimbabwe Council, Mr. D. Hoto, and other councillors who are here, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Zimche CEO, Professor Kuzvinetsa Dzvimbo, our Vice Chancellors who are here in large numbers, senior executives of the University of Zimbabwe, Pro-Vice Chancellors, Executive Directors, Librarian, Acting Registrar, Acting Bursar, and the Deans, Captains of Industry, Principals of Colleges, staff and students of the University of Zimbabwe, other distinguished guests, members of the Fourth Estate, and all other ladies and gentlemen who are here, you are truly acknowledged. I want to thank you all for coming to this very important event, the commissioning of the University of Zimbabwe Industrial Incubation Center and the Specialist Medical Hospital. My name is Professor Fano Tagwira, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Higher Education. I'm privileged to be your Director of Ceremonies today. Allow me at this stage, our distinguished guests and our guest of honor, to call upon the Honorable Minister of Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Harare Metropolitan Province, to come and give his welcome address. Honorable Charles Tawengwa.
Thank you, Professor Tagwira, our Director of Ceremonies. Allow me to recognize the presence of His Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Chancellor of the University of Zimbabwe, Comrade Dr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. Your Excellency, sir. Allow me, Your Excellency, to acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, General Retired Dr. CGDN Chiwenga in absentia, the presence of the Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Colonel Retired Dr. KCD Mohadi, the Honorable presence of the Honorable Minister of Defense and Chairman of the ruling party, Comrade OCZ Mchinguri Kashiri, that is in absentia as well. The Honorable Minister of Health and Child Care, Dr. Mombeshora Douglas, in absentia. Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology, Development, Ambassador Dr. Frederick Shava. Other honorable ministers here present and deputy ministers here present. The Chief Secretary to the President and Cabinet, Dr. Martin Rushkwaya, the Chairman of the Public Service Commissions, Dr. Vincent Ungwe, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Zimbabwe, our host today, that is Professor Dr. Paul Mapfumo, all protocols observed. Good afternoon. Your Excellency and Chancellor, it is indeed an honor and privilege to have you grace this event here at the University of Zimbabwe here in Harare Metropolitan Province, and this is something we should not take for granted. In May 2026, you were commissioning the refurbished Adlam House and Nurses Home at the Parere Nyatwa group of hospitals here in Harare Metropolitan Province. Today, once again, Your Excellency, you are presiding over the commissioning of another landmark innovative health facility and an industrial incubation center. For this continued support and commitment to national development, we feel deeply honored and proud, Your Excellency, sir. Allow me, Your Excellency, to welcome all our distinguished guests and the multitudes gathered here today to witness yet another milestone achievement by the University of Zimbabwe. It gives me great pleasure and honor to welcome you all to this historic occasion marking the official commissioning of the University of Zimbabwe Industrial Incubation Center and Specialist Medical Center. Today is a proud moment not only for the University and the Ministry of Higher Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development, but also for Harare Metropolitan Province and indeed the nation as a whole. Both centers stand as powerful symbols of progress, innovation, scientific advancement, and industrialization as they reflect the transformation taking place in our country as we advance towards the attainment of Vision 2030 under your Second Republic. As Harare Metropolitan Province, we are particularly proud that these strategic facilities are situated within our province, contributing to economic growth, employment creation, technological advancement, and improved social services. These achievements are a direct result of your visionary leadership, Your Excellency. Thank you for the awakening. You liberated universities from their lecture theaters and laboratories to engage in life-changing projects. Your commitment to innovation, infrastructure development, education, Science and modernization continues to transform our nation. That is, nyika inovakwa nevene vayo, brick by brick, stone upon stone. This, along with the exhibitions from the University of Zimbabwe, which we saw earlier on, is a living testimony that Zimbabwe is steadily moving towards the attainment of Vision 2030. With these few remarks, allow me to once again warmly welcome you all to this historic occasion here in Harare Metropolitan Province, and thank you, Your Excellency, and our President, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Dr. Mnangagwa, for gracing this milestone. Datenda, Siabonga, Mazita, I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister of Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Harare Metropolitan Province, Honorable Charles Tabengwa. Without wasting time, allow me to invite our Vice Chancellor of the University of Zimbabwe, Professor Paul Mapfumo, who is our host this morning, to come and give his remarks. Prof.
Thank you very much, Director of Ceremonies, Professor Tagwira. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, and Chancellor of the University of Zimbabwe, Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, Comrade Dr. Emmerson Mnangagwa, the Vice President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Honorable General Retired Dr. CGDN Chwenga, the Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Colonel Retired KCD Mohadi, the Honorable Minister of Defense and Chairman of the ruling party of ZANU-PF, Comrade OCZ Muchinguri Kashiri in absentia, the Honorable Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Harare Metropolitan Province, Senator Charles Tabengwa, the Honorable Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development, Ambassador Dr. Frederick Shawa. Allow me, Your Excellency, to say, all protocol observed. Your Excellency, a very good morning to you. Invited guests, good morning to you all. It is my singular honor and privilege to welcome you, Your Excellency and Chancellor of the University of Zimbabwe, to this auspicious occasion of the commissioning of the University of Zimbabwe Industrial Incubation Center and the University of Zimbabwe Specialist Medical Center. Your Excellency, your presence here today is a profound demonstration of your deep commitment to the implementation of your heritage-based Education 5.0 philosophy that positions higher and tertiary education institutions as powerful drivers of science, technology, and innovation for Zimbabwe's industrialization and modernization agenda towards our National Vision 2030. On behalf of the University of Zimbabwe, and indeed on my own behalf, I would like to extend immense gratitude to you, Your Excellency, for honoring us with your presence here today to commission these two special projects coming out of our growing research, innovation, and industrialization ecosystem. Your Excellency, this is a deep honor that we receive from you. Your Excellency and Chancellor, you have afforded us your time against your very busy schedule. Given the accelerated socio-economic development that we are witnessing in the country, we are aware that the demands for your attention are actually far and wide within our country. Since the coming in of Zimbabwe's new dispensation under your astute and visionary leadership, Your Excellency, The University of Zimbabwe has deliberately repositioned itself into a dynamic and comprehensive research and innovation-driven institution. The University of Zimbabwe Industrial Incubation Center serves as a premier catalyst for startup incubation, meticulously refining prototypes into market-ready enterprises capable of industrial-scale impact. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to inform you that the Industrial Incubation Center is equipped with the high-tech machinery that will enable the manufacturing and the machining of engineering equipment and components that serves the energy, water, agriculture, mining, and manufacturing sectors in our country. Most of these parts are currently being imported. This is part of our growing evidence that our startups will contribute to our day-to-day industrial and manufacturing processes. In the area of health, the facility you have commissioned today will make it possible to address growing demand for specialist services in eye care and oral health. Data available indicate that 35.5% of children aged between 1 and 9 years in Zimbabwe have untreated dental caries in primary teeth, while 28.1% of individuals aged 5 years and above have untreated dental decay in permanent teeth. This highlights the significant burden of oral diseases and the urgent need to expand specialist oral health care trainings and services. Your Excellency, approximately 125,000 Zimbabweans are blind, but nearly 80% of these cases are avoidable or treatable through timely intervention. Cataracts remain the leading cause of blindness, affecting an estimated 62,500 people and contributing to a national cataract surgery backlog of approximately 60,000 operations. Your Excellency, Zimbabwe continues to face significant shortages of eye specialists, eye care professionals, with approximately one ophthalmologist serving more than 600,000 people, and only about 65 optometrists currently available nationwide. This shortage contributes to long waiting times for specialist care surgery, limited access to eye care services, delayed diagnosis of glaucoma and retinal diseases, and increasing levels of preventable blindness. The University of Zimbabwe is the only institution that currently trains dental surgeons and ophthalmologists. This facility will provide the specialist services and train the much needed, highly skilled human capital. Your Excellency, this shows that your institution continues to pioneer the training of highly sought after specialist health professionals. Just 3 years ago, Your Excellency, you commissioned the University of Zimbabwe International Center for Surgical Simulation, which is providing highly specialized training in minimally invasive surgical skills. We call it laparoscopy. To date, the center has trained over 200 professionals across the region. These commercializable services are coming at the backdrop of growing our students and staff who are taking research and innovation very seriously. In the recently held University of Zimbabwe 2026 Research Innovation Industrialization Week, a total number of entries by researchers and innovators increased by 165% from 2025 to 2026. This is evidence that our students and their professors are now greatly embracing the new education philosophy to produce relevant knowledge-based products, goods and services that directly respond to the needs and aspirations of our people. Your Excellency, we attribute all this overwhelming response to your consistency in policy formulation and unwavering support towards research, science, technology, and innovation. Your Excellency, I want to congratulate you and your government for ushering in a new era in the country's research and academic history by pronouncing a new law that creates dedicated funding for research and development as we seek to industrialize and modernize our country. We thank you, Your Excellency. Once again, Your Excellency, allow me to take this opportunity to welcome you to the University of Zimbabwe and your delegation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor. Let's give him another round of applause. Allow me to call upon the Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development, Honorable Dr. Frederick Shawa, to come and give his remarks, and soon after to introduce our guest of honor. Thank you. Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Director of Ceremonies. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Chancellor of the University of Zimbabwe, and Chancellor of the University of Zimbabwe, I wanted to say, and all other universities in Zimbabwe. It's not just the University of Zimbabwe. Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa, the Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, General Retired CDG and Chiwenga in absentia, the Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Colonel Retired Dr. KCD Mohadi, Honorable Speaker of the House of Parliament in absentia, the Honorable Minister of Defense and Chairman of the ruling party, Comrade OCZ Muchinguri Kashiri, also in absentia, the Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Harare Metropolitan Province, Senator Charles Tawengwa. At this stage, Your Excellency, allow me to say all protocol observed. Your Excellency, it is indeed an honor and privilege to stand before you today and highlight the remarkable achievements and contributions the University of Zimbabwe has made towards the socio-economic development of our nation. My ministry is proud that the University of Zimbabwe has embraced in both letter and spirit, Zimbabwe's industrialization and modernization agenda through science, technology, and innovation. Under your visionary leadership and as guided by the heritage-based education 5.0 philosophy, our universities are no longer confined to classrooms, lecture theaters, and libraries, but are now active participants in the innovation space, industrialization, enterprise development, and community transformation. Over the past few years, the University of Zimbabwe has led impactful projects and programs that continue to bring immense value to our nation, earning recognition and awards in the various fields. At the 2025 Presidential Innovation Fair held last December, the University of Zimbabwe won 8 awards, including the prize, the grand prize, the Presidential Innovation Award for Best Innovating University, underscoring its position as a leader in research and innovation that responds to the needs of industry, commerce, and society. In support of the country's industrialization and modernization agenda, we have seen tremendous progress from this university. In 2023, Your Excellency, you commissioned the 3 industrial agro-processing plants at the University of Zimbabwe Agro-Industrial Park, marking a pivotal step in our mission to turn knowledge into production and into value creation. The university has also led a consortium of 6 universities and colleges in the manufacturing of number plates, which has been a game changer for Zimbabwe. These initiatives, together with the 2 infrastructure projects, namely the University of Zimbabwe Industrial Incubation Center and the University of Zimbabwe Specialist Medical Center, which you are commissioning today, which you have commissioned today, Your Excellency, exemplify how our innovations are directly addressing the country's needs. The University of Zimbabwe Specialist Medical Center, Your Excellency, which you have just toured, is a complete package with functional eye and oral units, the equipmentation of the in vitro fertilization and trauma section is ongoing. Your Excellency, this is a clear demonstration of your vision to provide specialized healthcare services to all by the year 2030. I am happy, Your Excellency, that the university has set up an industrial incubation center to accommodate innovators graduating from the Innovation Hub. This center will not only support industrial productivity, but also give young people a greater chance to participate actively in our economy. The 11 startups resident at the Industrial Incubation Center range from pharmaceuticals and health to cosmetology, transport, energy, education, agriculture, engineering, and ICT, and are slowly penetrating the market. For example, the farmers in Mzarabani and Mount Darwin have entered into a climate-resilient sorghum seed multiplication scheme with the university's VNC's Private Limited startup for the 2nd year running. Your Excellency, the Internet of Caps Private Limited, on the other hand, has a broad clientele in asset tracking and fleet management. This is just a snippet of how the university research, innovation, industrialization ecosystem is making its meaningful contribution towards the national vision of 2030. Your Excellency, the university's 7th Research, Innovation and Industrialization Week, held in May, clearly demonstrated the remarkable growth and maturity of the country's innovation system. Notably, more than 40% of the total exhibitions were digital innovations, demonstrating the growing importance of ICT in economic growth, in efficiency, competitiveness, and productivity. Other major areas strongly represented included the agricultural value chains and food systems, natural resources beneficiation, drug discovery, and pharmaceutical innovations, renewable energy systems, education technologies, creative economies, and human capital development. This new infrastructure you are commissioning today, Your Excellency, along with innovations exhibited outside, reflects that we are in track in our quest to address issues of health delivery, local manufacturing, import substitution, value addition, beneficiation, digital transformation, and industrial productivity in line with the NDS2 and Vision 2030. Your Excellency, it is now my great honor and privilege to introduce your good self. It is now my distinct honor to introduce our guest of honor, a man who, in his own right, a great pioneer across many fields of life, a revolutionary of note, and a pioneer Zanla fighter from a tender age, trained in China to fight against the Rhodesia's minority rule. He is the architect of the modernization and industrialization agenda we are witnessing across all sectors of our country. He is the architect and originator of the heritage-based education 5.0 philosophy, which has revolutionized our education system and ignited the spirit of invention, the spirit of Chimurenga Chepfungwa across the nation. Education 5.0 is now being adopted by many countries across the region. Our guest of honor vision is to industrialize both rural and urban areas in order to abolish the dual economy and eradicate poverty from the Zimbabwean map. His vision is to see our rural communities no longer looking to urban centers as the only sources of employment. His mission is to build rural centers of civilization and economic empowerment. Comrades and friends, please join me in welcoming with the warmth and gratitude this occasion deserves our visionary guest of honor, His Excellency Dr. Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, President of the Republic of Zimbabwe. I thank you.
Pray, be seated. Our Director of Ceremonies, Professor Tagwira. In absentia, the Vice President, General Retired Dr. C. Gideon Chiwenga, the Vice President, Honorable Colonel Retired KCD Mohadi, the National Chairman of ZANU-PF and the Minister of Defense, Honorable Osi Zetum Chinguri Kashiri, the Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development, Dr. Frederick Shaba, Minister of Health and Child Care, Dr. Mbeshora, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Zimbabwe, and our host today, Professor Mapfumo, Honorable Ministers and Deputy Ministers who are here, the Chief Secretary of the President and Cabinet, Dr. Martin Ushoya, senior government officials who may be here, Chairman of the University of Zimbabwe Council, Mr. Otto, and the Council members, comrades and friends. It is my distinct honor and privilege to officially commission two signature developments emerging from the University of Zimbabwe, which are the Industrial Incubation Center and the Specialist Medical Center. Such projects validate the success of the heritage-based education 5.0 model that continues to position our higher and tertiary institutions as critical cogs in the ongoing industrialization, modernization, and development of our motherland and our economy. I therefore congratulate the University of Zimbabwe for realizing yet another landmark achievement and successfully completing the facilities being commissioned today, Makorokoto and Mhlope. The commissioning of the centers is coming after the hosting of the 7th edition of the University of Zimbabwe Research, Innovation and Industrialization Week in May. I commend the university for the high-level dialogues, public lectures, presentations, cutting-edge innovations, as well as exhibitions showcased at the event. This reflects the institution's commitment to providing the requisite leadership in our country's higher education space to drive national development. I say well done, Wakomana, Naskana. The University of Zimbabwe's Industrial Incubation Center is a commendable initiative along the institution's innovation pipeline. More so, that the Incubation Center is the end point where startups shall be developed towards commercialization and market participation. This is after ideas commence and are nurtured in the laboratories and workshops, moving through the innovation hub for prototyping, product development, and startup registration. It is impressive that the startup companies hosted in the Industrial Incubation Center are student-led, resulting from their final year projects, research, and scholarly work. Under my administration, promising innovations will continue to be granted Innovation Hub status and supported by government. I am confident that this approach will provide impetus for our young, talented students to develop their ideas into products, goods, and services. Last week, I officiated at the Zimbabwe Inaugural Industrialization Conference, where it was highlighted that our country spends approximately United States dollars 2.5 billion on imports of manufactured goods, which could be made locally. There is a scope in this regard for the student-led startups, companies, and institutions of higher learning to produce a wider range of products with direct bearing on the needs of our economy and our country. Judging from the crop of confident and innovative executives of startup companies, our country is indeed on the right path of irreversible industrialization and modernization. I challenge the Ministry of Higher and Tertiary Education, our universities, along with stakeholders in industry, including financial institutions, to scale up support for startup companies emanating from the Heritage-Based Education 5.0 model. Through the whole of government society approach, let us continue to give our young talented boys and girls a chance to develop their ideas and exploit their full potential for the benefit of our beloved motherland, Zimbabwe. It is encouraging, Mr. Vice Chancellor, Professor Mapfumo, that we now celebrate the successful outcomes of 11 start-up companies resident at the Industrial Incubation Center. Well done, well done. Thank you. The University of Zimbabwe Industrial Incubation Center must thus not merely be a workspace for graduate innovators, but steadily evolve into an industrial production hub that supports manufacturing, technology development, value addition, and enterprise growth. To this end, our small to medium enterprises and other established industries should find value at the Industrial Incubation Center, given the wide range of services offered at this facility. Comrades and friends, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm also pleased to commission the University of Zimbabwe Specialist Medical Center, which is part of the Queenary Hospital being constructed within the University of Zimbabwe's Industrial Park. The Multidisciplinary Specialist Medical Center will provide oral and eye health, assisted reproduction using in vitro fertilization, and the trauma services, among other features. Health services such as assisted reproduction have been only available in the private sector. This made the services out of reach and unaffordable for many of our people requiring the treatment in this area. Hence, the establishment of the facility with its specialist high-end healthcare dovetail with my administration's core development principle that leaves no one and no place behind. I also congratulate the University of Zimbabwe for this project, which will not only enhance training, but also add to the critical numbers of the much needed eye specialist doctors and dentists, as well as other health specializations. Through this project, the University of Zimbabwe has demonstrated that innovation is not just about creating new products, but also about revitalizing and repurposing existing infrastructure to best suit the current national realities in service to our country. The newly established Specialist Medical Center further complements the ongoing government's Presidential Hospital Renovation and Modernization Program. Going forward, Vice Chancellor, it is my hope that the Queenary Hospital currently under construction will soon be completed to augment the present reforms towards the modernization of our national health delivery system and the realization of universal health coverage. Meanwhile, I call upon the university, along with other upcoming health facilities in both the public and private sectors, to deliberately ensure that new facilities are equipped with modern, state-of-the-art equipment that compares well with others in developed jurisdictions. All investments in the health sector should translate to improved health delivery and associated foreign currency retention, where our people travel less to other countries for health care. Imagenda kuchikoro, mbambe. The Ministry of Health and Child Care, together with related agencies, are directed to remove the barriers of entry in the establishment of specialist health care facilities and services. Atidi, my gatekeepers, the marketers, my health sector. Vanhu vedu vachitadza kurapwa zvakanaka nemutengo uri pasi ka nevakomana nasikana kwete ngative nehanya tikoshese utano hwevanhu vedu ka hakuna vamwe vanhu vachapiwa kunze kwedu ngatichengetanei. My government will not accept the prevalence of the opportunists and the so-called health sector cartels and the syndicates who operate to the detriment of our people. Let those with tears hear this stain. Sorry, let those with ears, not tears. Let those with ears, Nzebe, hear this is 10 warning. Ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, universities must play their part and take responsibility to build our country through research, science, innovation, and technology. The exhibits and displays I have always witnessed from the university research, innovation, industrialization ecosystem demonstrate unprecedented progress in repositioning our universities as solution-driven agents for the development of our beloved motherland, Zimbabwe. I congratulate you. The wide range of products and services which cover the critical sectors of our economy are a reflection that we can achieve Vision 2030 and build the Zimbabwe we all want through our own capacity and skills. Nyika inovakwa, igotongwa, igonamatigwa nei. Hallelujah, Jehovah from Zimbabwe. It is pleasing that in the fields of biotechnology and health, innovators are developing indigenous herbal formulations for medicines, vaccines, cosmetics, and food, tapping into our rich biodiversity and cultural heritage. This focus should enable our country to move from exporting raw biological resources towards value-added pharmaceutical and cosmetic manufacturing locally. The smart agricultural equipment, solar-powered systems, and drone technologies for precision agriculture being developed by innovators speaks to the current agro-industrialization thrust in our country. It is my expectation that developments in this direction ultimately help farmers increase productivity, reduce post-harvest losses, optimize irrigation systems, and modernize agricultural production systems. On the mineral value addition and the beneficiation front, my government assigned our state universities responsibilities to ensure that we achieve high value outputs from our natural resource endowments. The establishment of National Minerals Research Center that facilitates the value addition of a variety of minerals, including lithium, rare earth elements, and uranium, among others, is now very urgent. As Chancellor, I want to emphasize the importance of this strategic national assignment, which I require universities to carry out with uttermost diligence. With uttermost diligence, honesty, and integrity for the benefit of both the present and future generations in our motherland Zimbabwe. As I conclude, I reiterate that my government remains committed to supporting the requisite ecosystem for the accelerated industrialization, modernization, and sustainable development of our nation. Let us all continue to work with unity of purpose, in seamless synergy, and through constructive engagement for the overall national good towards Vision 2030. The future of our motherland, Zimbabwe, is bright. With these remarks, it is now my singular honor and privilege to declare the University of Zimbabwe Industrial Incubation Center and a Specialist Medical Center officially commissioned. Congratulations. Makorokoto Amhlophe. God bless you all. God bless Zimbabwe. Thank you.
Yes, we can take our seats. Let's give His Excellency another round of applause. We want to thank you, Your Excellency. Your message is very clear to our universities. You have challenged the universities to play a significant part in import substitution, and you have also challenged the universities to scale up support for the startups from our students, and also for the nation to support the scaling up of the startups. You've also challenged our universities to support national development through research, innovation, and technology development. You've also reminded them of the strategic assignment that they were given by you, Your Excellency, to play a significant part in mineral beneficiation. And each one of the universities was given an assignment to undertake. And that assignment, those assignments have to be fulfilled. Let's give His Excellency another round of applause. Ngatimboombererewo University of Zimbabwe nebasa rakanaka ravari kuita. And we also want to thank the council, the University Council, led by the chairperson of council, Mr. D. Woto. Please stand. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Thank you very much. Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Vice Chancellor. Thank you, University of Zimbabwe staff. You can see the senior administrators are sitting in the front row, the PVCs, executive directors. You're doing a wonderful job. We appreciate. Katimboomberera minister wangu arikita basa rakanaka. Thank you, Honorable Minister. we want you to know we appreciate your leadership and the support that you give us as we do our work and as you hear from His Excellency and transmit the information to us. We truly appreciate. At this particular stage, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have some entertainment from the University of Zimbabwe Choir. University of Zimbabwe Choir. Thank you very much, University Choir, the University of Zimbabwe Choir. You are the evergreen choir, even though you are putting on blue. Thank you very much, we appreciate. Allow me at this stage to call upon the Honorable Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development, Honorable Dr. Frederick Shawa.
Thank you very much, Director of Ceremonies, I stand here with very good news for the choir. The Chancellor, His Excellency the President, was watching and listening when you were singing. And he felt that you deserved better uniforms. And the Chancellor is saying to you and your organizers, select the best uniforms that you want to wear on such occasions. And the Chancellor will pay for them. Actually, the Chancellor was very modest. He had just said to me, well, tell them later. I said, no, I want to tell them right now. So there it is, good news. Well done, choir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Let's give the Chancellor another round of applause. Thank you, Your Excellency. We really appreciate, and it means a lot to our choir. We thank you. At this particular stage, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to call Dr. Chikonzo to come forward, and the Vice Chancellor of the University of Zimbabwe, Professor Mafumo. Are you the one? Yes. Oh, yes. Professor Mtambanengwe, can you please come forward for the presentation that is to come now? Yes, and please go ahead. You can come and use this mic, Prof.
Your Excellency, we want to take this opportunity to present our small token of appreciation for this great job that you have done for us and your evergreen visionary leadership that you give us, and that gives us a lot of energy, especially your understanding. We run a community of young people, and your understanding and encouragement, motivation inspires everybody within the university community. What we are presenting is an artwork of the two buildings you have commissioned, the centers, that was done by one of the artists as a presentation. But accompanying that, we are also presenting what will represent the Internet of Caps tracking devices that you will be able to use at your leisure as you wish. We will be explaining to you how you can use those tracking devices. For now, let me and then say, thank you, Your Excellency. We will go and make the presentation.
Yes, you can go ahead and make the presentation.
Zimbabwe Industrial Incubation Center, University of Zimbabwe, educating to change.
Your Excellency, it is with utmost respect and heartfelt gratitude that we present this gift to you. Today marks a significant milestone for our nation as you, Your Excellency, officially open the University of Zimbabwe Specialist Medical Center and the University of Zimbabwe Industrial Incubation Center. These two centers embody your national dedication to driving both economic empowerment and community well-being. We are truly grateful for your vision and leadership that has brought these dreams to life. This gift is but a small expression of our immense appreciation for all that you are doing for the University of Zimbabwe and the nation at large. For us, the attainment of Vision 2030 is inevitable. For this, Your Excellency, we are truly grateful.
Thank you, His Excellency. We want to thank you. You can now return to your seats. At this particular stage, let's take our seats. We are coming to the end of our program. At this particular stage, allow me to call upon the Chairperson of Council of the University of Zimbabwe, Mr. Douglas Hoto, to come and give a vote of thanks.
The Director of Ceremonies, Professor Tagwira, thank you very much for offering me the opportunity to give the vote of thanks. I'll be quick. All good things have already happened, so I guess there isn't much else to say, but just to do the vote of thanks. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, the Chancellor of our university, and all other state universities, Comrade Dr. President Mnangagwa, the Vice President of the Republic, Dr. General Retired Dr. GDN Chiwenga in absentia, the Vice President of the Republic, Colonel Retired Dr. KCD Mohadi, the Honorable Minister of Defense and Chairperson of ZANU-PF, Comrade Osizeti Mchinguri Kashiri, the Honorable Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Science and Technology Development, Ambassador Dr. Frederick Shawa, the Honorable Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Harare Metropolitan Province, Senator Charles Tawengwa, the Honorable Minister of Health and Child Care, Dr. Douglas Mnangagwa in absentia, other Honorable Ministers here present, the Chief Secretary to the President Cabinet, Dr. Martin Shwaya, the Chairman of the Public Service Commissions, Dr. Vincent Rungwe, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Zimbabwe, Professor Dr. Paul Mafumo. Allow me to say all other protocols observed. Your Excellency, allow me to propose a vote of thanks on the historic occasion marking the commissioning of the University of Zimbabwe Industrial Incubation Center and the University of Zimbabwe Specialist Medical Center. First of all, I would like to acknowledge and thank you, Your Excellency, on behalf of our Minister, the Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development, in the University of Zimbabwe and all gathered here today, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude and appreciation to you for graciously officiating at this momentous occasion. Your presence here is yet another demonstration of your unwavering commitment to education, innovation, science, technology, industrialization, and national development. Under your visionary leadership, Zimbabwe Institutes of Higher Learning have been transformed into centers of innovation, production, problem solving, and industrial growth through our heritage-based Education 5.0 philosophy. In line with the 2025 NPF National Conference resolutions, particularly the resolutions on economic development initiatives, healthcare, essential services, the University of Zimbabwe has shown that it is now moving decisively towards implementing practical projects and programs that contribute to national development. Your Excellency, the facilities commissioned today stand as a living testimony to your own vision of a modern, industrialized, knowledge-driven Zimbabwe. In particular, the University of Zimbabwe Specialist Medical Center represents a strategic investment in specialist healthcare services, medical research, innovation, and human capital development. Thank you, Your Excellency. This development clearly shows that the policies of government are yielding practical and measurable outcomes that empower our youth, modernize healthcare systems, create employment opportunities, and enhance Zimbabwe's national competitiveness. Allow me to express profound appreciation to our Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution for Harare Metropolitan Province, Honorable Charles Tavengo, for welcoming us to his province, and which is leading so ably. I also wish to thank our Minister, the Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development, Dr. Frederick Chama, and the Ministry team for leadership, guidance, and continued support toward the transformation and modernization of higher education institutions in Zimbabwe, and the University of Zimbabwe in particular. We have received significant resource allocation from government, and all our projects are moving very well, including the Queen Anne Hospital, which you referred to. Special thanks also goes to my council for their unwavering support, the strategic guidance and commitment to the growth and transformation of this university. To the University of Zimbabwe, Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Probafumo, the Executive, Senate, staff members, researchers, innovators, and students, we commend your hard work, dedication, and vision. The remarkable achievements we celebrate today are a result of your commitment to excellence, innovation, nation building. We extend our gratitude to all our partners and organizations who contributed to the success of this important occasion. To all our guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being part of the commissioning. As we conclude today's proceedings, may we continue to work together toward the attainment of the National Vision 2030. Once again, Your Excellency, thank you for your visionary leadership and for gracing this occasion. Tatenda Siawong, I thank you.
We have come to the end of our program. Let us all stand and remain standing as our guest of honor, His Excellency, will be leaving the stage. Your Excellency, thank you very much for being with us this morning. University of Zimbabwe, are there any announcements? Any announcements? Registrar? Registrar.